Can I ask a UFC question?
Yes, please do.
What's the Hollywood Babylon over what happened with Nunes?
Well, she got something called sinusitis. She has apparently like severe sinus infections that affect her balance, and they get really bad.
Okay.
And she got one the day of the weigh-ins. She made it through the weigh-ins, and then she was having like a serious episode to the point where they checked her into the hospital. And the word was that she wanted to compete, but her coaches did not want her to compete. They're like, look, you're having like a really hard time like walking. Like apparently when your sinuses get like really inflamed, it fucks with your equilibrium.
Inner ear, yeah.
This is second and third hand, by the way.
Right.
I didn't talk to her.
Right.
And, you know, that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to have her talk about it. But it's super unfortunate because that was, in my opinion, was the highest level women's MMA bout ever. In terms of the overall ability of the two athletes. I think Valentina Shevchenko and Amanda Nunes, they represent the peak.
Yep.
This is the best we've ever seen.
Yep.
Nunes is a ruthless knockout striker. She beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey, and she choked the shit out of Miesha Tate. She's a real legit black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, knockout striker. And then Valentina Shevchenko is a Muay Thai champion, ridiculous stand-up, and you know, she caught Juliana Pena with an armbar from the guard. Like, her ground game is nasty, too.
Right.
I mean, Pena's legit. For her to catch Pena with an armbar is like, that's staggering. And her striking is so good. Like you saw in the Holly Holm fight, she shut Holly Holm down. Whereas, like, I mean, Holly Holm fucked up Germaine Durandamy with a question mark kick, dropped her with a straight left hand. She never had close to that kind of success against Valentina.
Right.
Valentina is super high level with her striking, her movement. She fights southpaw, and she has that beautiful check right hook that she throws that like keeps everybody minding their P's and Q's. She's at a super well-rounded game. So it's really unfortunate that those two didn't go at it. But
yeah, that was going to be a good fight.
I think they're going to schedule it again for the event that is after the end of July event. I think it's 2/15 they're going to schedule it for.
Okay.
But then, you know, like Dana White said, now Amanda Nunes would never headline an event again. And I just don't think you can force someone to fight if she really did have a significant injury. Like they said that the doctors cleared her to fight. You know, a significant illness, I should say. They said the doctors cleared her to fight, but she chose not to. That was like the company word. But if she's like was that fucked up, I just can't imagine she wasn't that fucked up. I mean, it's gotta suck if you spent millions of dollars promoting a fight and then here it is, and then the people bought the pay-per-view and then it falls apart and you got to give refunds and I don't know. What
well, welcome to the music industry when it was at its its big peak in the 90s when people were like writing big checks for stuff and like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Mariah Carey for millions of dollars. Here's her thing, and then she goes, and she has a meltdown.
She went crazy,
disappears,
huh?
Yeah, and then like they're like, what did we just spend our money on? What happened just now?
How did Mariah Carey go crazy? What happened?
I don't know. I think she had a meltdown. One of those.
Maybe she got a bad dick.
Wow.
I just wonder if you catch a bad dick.
Wow. I have never. Personally, I've never caught a bad dick. So
have you caught a good dick?
I have not, that I'm aware of, caught a big dick.
You catch an ambivalent dick?
I have not caught an ambivalent dick.
Yeah.
Keep going. I mean, there might be one in there somewhere.
I wonder. I mean, it's gotta be a way.
Anyway, so we got UFC 215 this weekend. Let me ask you this, Lewis. What is your excitement level about this fight card this week?
Literally, and I mean this, more excited about the Amanda Nunes fight than I am about the Mighty Mouse fight, and barely excited about the Amanda Nunes fight.
Well, I was going to say, are you excited about the Amanda Nunes fight? Because for me, and I'm not trying to, of course, I'm not trying to diminish the UFC pay-per-view. I'm not at all. I'm sure. Because this is the thing. Obviously, a lot of the time, the ones that you aren't particularly excited for, they often end up being the best cards and the best fights. For me, with Amanda Nunes, the thing was, I was a huge fan of hers. I mean, of course, she was always an aggressive fighter, always fun to watch. And then she went out there and destroyed Ronda Rousey. She beat Miesha Tate. Was it Miesha? Yeah, she took the title off Miesha in devastating fashion.
Brutalized her.
She destroyed Ronda. And I was like, wow, this woman is incredible to watch. She reminded me of like a female Mike Tyson. And then the last fight against Shevchenko, she pulled out day of the fight. And then I'm hearing various reports why she pulled out, and that she changed her tune 3 different times apparently. Unofficial sources told me that she changed her tune 3 different times as to what the problem was.
What do you mean?
And 3 different times she was medically cleared. So it seems to me, I don't know, I mean, that left a bad taste in my mouth. So hopefully she can go out there this weekend and put on a good performance.
I want to understand.
But she's under a lot of pressure.
I want to understand what you're saying. So you're saying she came back, in the last fight, she came back with 3 different medical excuses.
Initially it was one thing, the doctor said that was fine. Then she said it was something else, the doctor said that was fine. Then she said it was something else, and the doctor said that was fine. Now again, I'm saying unofficial sources, but it's a pretty good source, but it's not official. And listen, you never know, because there's Chinese whispers, so maybe it got exaggerated. But I heard that from someone that heard something, But as I say, pretty reliable sources, though, to be honest, without naming names. But and it left a kind of a bad taste in my mouth. I know Dana wasn't too happy. He kind of expressed his disappointment in the situation, and for me it just kind of sounded like, and of course this is only my opinion and I'm probably wrong, as I usually am, but for me, the first fight against Valentina Shevchenko, she went out there, she did her typical Amanda Nunes thing, and she put a beating on her very early. But then as the fight progressed, she got more and more tired, and Shevchenko really turned it on. In the 3rd round, Shevchenko clearly won, and had it been a 5-round fight, Shevchenko would have won those last 2 rounds. So I was thinking, and this is probably me being paranoid or me being suspicious, whatever, but I was thinking, wow, maybe those inner demons are creeping in. Maybe she's thinking she didn't do the cardio, she didn't do the sparring, she didn't do the road work that she needs to, and she's worried about losing a belt. As I say, I could be completely wrong. I'm just saying this is one potential theory, and she pulled out the fight because the doctors did medically clear her to fight. That is a fact. That is out there. Dana put that out there to the press. So as I say, that kind of killed my buzz a little bit regarding Amanda Nunes, and that's why I say she's under a lot of pressure this weekend, because of course she's the champion, she's defending the belt. That brings a lot of pressure anyway, but of course she's got to restore her reputation, because that is the kind of undertone, that is the takeaway for a lot of people. I don't know, how did you feel when she pulled out day of the fight?
Well, that was the other thing, is anytime somebody pulls out